Hello everybody, welcome to part 4 of how to play UFS. In this video we are going to go over keyword abilities and what they all do. So there are regular keywords such as punch, kick, ranged, ally, and slam. These do not have any special abilities. There are many keyword abilities though, and we will explain them in this video. So first, let's talk about breaker. This is a response that activates in your card pool, and it states after you block with this card, the next card your opponent attempts to play gets plus X difficulty. X equals the breaker rating. So every card with breaker will have a block modifier on it. And if we block with the card that has breaker 1, then our opponent's next card will get plus 1 difficulty. If we block with the card that has breaker 2, then our opponent's next card will get plus 2 difficulty. Next up is powerful. This is an enhance ability that reads, discard 1 or more momentum. This attack gets plus X damage for each card discarded in order to pay the cost of this ability. X equals the powerful rating. So if we use a powerful 2 ability and we discard 1 momentum for the cost, the attack would get plus 2 damage. If we discard 2 momentum for the cost, the attack will get plus 4 damage. If we play an attack that has powerful 3, and let's say we discard 3 momentum, the attack would get plus 9 damage. For each momentum you discard, it gets plus X damage, X equals the powerful rating. Next up, we have stun, and this is a very simple enhance ability that reads, your opponent commits X foundations, X equals the stun rating. So if we play an attack that has stun 2, we can use stun 2 as an enhance ability and our opponent commits 2 foundations. If we play an attack that has stun 3, and we use stun 3 as an enhance ability, the opponent must commit 3 foundations. If they have fewer ready foundations than the stun rating, they commit as many foundations as they can. So even if the opponent doesn't have any ready foundations, you can still activate a stun ability, but it won't do anything. Next we have unique. This keyword reads, when you have 2 or more copies of this card in your staging area, destroy one of them. You can have as many unique cards in your staging area as you want. But the moment another copy of the same unique enters your staging area, you must destroy one of those copies. Next up, we have combo. Combo keywords will have requirements, and you must fulfill the combo requirement before you can activate the combo ability on the card. Combo reads, while this card is in your card pool, combo abilities on this card may not be played unless the printed values of the last card or cards in your card pool match the requirements listed in that order. So let's take Valiant Assault for example. This card has a combo enhance that says draw 2 cards. If we look up in the keyword area, it says combo punch. So in order to activate the combo enhance, the previous card in our card pool must have the punch keyword printed on it. The combo requirement must be immediately preceding the card that is looking for the combo requirement. If you were to play it like punch, then a ranged attack, and then Valiant Assault, you would not be able to use the combo E because the last card in your card pool was not a punch. Let's take a look at another combo attack. Twilight Volant. This card's combo requirements are low attack, then mid attack. This means that in order to use the combo enhance on this card, we must have a low attack, then a mid attack in our card pool immediately before this card. No cards in between. So the combo strictly states low attack, then mid attack. And then if you play this, then you can use the combo enhance. And because it says combo low attack, mid attack, it has to be in that order. So you cannot play mid attack, low attack, and then a Twilight Volant and combo off of it. So if a combo requirement is looking for 2 things, they have to be in that specific order. So combo, low attack, mid attack, you have to play the low attack first, then the mid attack, and then the card looking for the requirements in that order. Next up, we have Desperation. This is a keyword ability that reads, while your vitality is less than half of your maximum vitality, this card's difficulty is X. X equals the Desperation rating. The critical words here are less than half of your maximum vitality. So let's say your character has 28 maximum vitality. In order for Desperation to kick in, you have to be at less than half of your maximum vitality. So less than half of 28 is 13. So you have to be at 13 vitality or less in order for Desperation to kick in. if your character has 20 vitality, less than half of 20 is 9. You have to be at 9 vitality or less in order for Desperation to happen. So let's take this card for example. This card has a difficulty of 5, but it has Desperation 3. So if you are at less than half of your maximum vitality, the difficulty becomes 3. Let's take a look at a card that has a Desperation ability on it. In order to use this Desperation ability, you must be at less than half of your maximum vitality. Next up we have Multiple, and this is a really cool enhance ability, and I'll walk you through this one. So let's take Ice Slasher for example. This card has Multiple 2. That means that we can discard up to 2 momentum, and we place the momentum discarded to pay for the ability face down into our card pool in front of the Multiple attack. So let's say we had 2 momentum, so we discard 2 momentum, then we place these into the card pool, just like this. Each of the cards placed into the card pool count as a copy of the original attack with a blank text box and speed and damage values equal to the printed values of the original attack. No control check is required to play these cards, and each copy has its own enhance step, block step, and damage step. Players must go from first attack to last, resolving each attack in turn. Now, if a multiple copy would go to a player's momentum for any reason, it is discarded instead. And if you attempt to create a multiple copy of a multiple copy, the copy of the copy is discarded. So it gets a little complicated, but for the most part, the multiple copies have the printed speed, zone, and damage of the original attack, and they do not have a text box, so they will not have any keywords or effects on them. They are just the raw speed and damage with the attack zone. Each copy has its own enhance step, block step, and damage step, so you can use enhances to increase the speed or damage of the multiple copies, but they always start out with the printed speed and damage of the original attack. Next we have Reversal, and this is a response that reads, reveal a reversal from your hand. After your opponent's attack that you blocked resolves, you may attempt to play that card as a reversal. If this ability is negated, discard the revealed card. So a reversal is basically an attack that is played on your opponent's turn. It has its own enhance step, block step, and damage step. And after your reversal attack resolves, your opponent continues their combat phase. So in order to play a reversal, you have to block their attack, and their attack has to resolve. Then you respond and play your reversal. It doesn't matter if their attack was completely blocked or partially blocked, just as long as you blocked their attack and their attack resolved and you took damage and all that, then you can respond with reversal. Next we have Safe. This keyword ability states, attacks may not be played as a reversal to this attack. So if your opponent blocks an attack with the Safe keyword, they cannot play a reversal to it. Next we have Flash. This keyword states, skip this attack's enhance step. Simple as that. So after you play an attack with the Flash keyword ability, there is no enhance step and it goes straight to the block step. Next we have Terrain, which reads, when this card is added to your staging area, destroy all other terrains in both player staging areas. So that means that only one terrain can be present at a time. And if a terrain is ever flipped face down and then flipped face up, the effect will go off again, destroying all other terrain cards. So if you have a terrain and you play another terrain, then the other terrain leaves. Next we have the Throw keyword ability, which states, if this attack is completely blocked, it still deals half damage rounded up during the damage step. So this is an example of a throw attack. So if they completely block this attack, then they take half of the damage rounded up. Now let's talk about name only. So for example, this card here says Satoshi only. That means only Satoshi can play this card. If anybody else plays this card, and it would be added to their card pool, momentum, or staging area, they must discard it because their starting character's name is not Satoshi. Next we have another name-only card. This one says Benimaru, Goro, or Kyo only. So only these 3 characters may play this asset. And here's another example, Eradicate. This card says Vespera only, so only Vespera can play this attack. Now there are name abilities. This one, for example, is Ralph Combo, so that means that anybody can play this attack, but only Ralph can use the combo ability on the card. And then here's another example, Takuma Reversal. So this means that anybody can play the attack, but only Takuma can reverse with this card. And same goes for Neo-Freeze Execution. This card says Kula Reversal, so anybody can play the attack, but only Kula can play it as a reversal. And that pretty much sums up all of the keyword abilities in UFS. I would like to thank you all for watching part 4 of How to Play UFS.